doing this yellow black type of look with a glitter graphic liner and a nude lip, and I did it based off this kimono type of robe, and it has yellows and oranges and of course black, and I added a little shimmer in the inner corner. Have a look so far. So if you like this type of look, stay tuned, and oh, don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. What are you waiting on? Waiting on you. Press the button. Press the button. So yeah, let me know what type of look you want to see next, and I'll get around to doing it. I got so many ideas floating around in this head of mine, so stay tuned. Final look. Bye guys. Hey guys, so let's get right into this tutorial. As you can see, I already completed on one eye and we're good to go. So let's get to the other eye. So I'm using a base from NYX. It's the white one. As you can see, I'm running low. Need to re-up. And I'm just applying it to my lid with my buffer brush. Make sure you take your base all the way to the edge of or the end of your eyebrow, because we're going to wing it out, and you want to make sure you have a base there for your color to pop on the end as well. Now I'm taking this black pencil. I don't really know who it's by, but it's dual-ended. It has the pencil on one end and like the little angle brush on the other end. And I'm just using this pencil to be a guide for my cut crease. And you want to make sure it's even at the same height as your first eye or previous eye. Make sure it has the same curvature to it on the end. Bring it all the way to the inner part of your eye. I'm just making sure it has the same little curve as the other eye. And now I'm taking that angled brush that's attached to it, and I'm just smoothing it out. Now I'm going into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm taking that color there, and it's called Creamsicle. But no, I forgot. I went into this color, and it's called Silk Cream, and I first applied that to my transition for my base. Now I'm going into that creamsicle color from the same palette, and I'm just applying that on top of the silk cream, and I'm just patting that first before I start blending. So I felt like this color wasn't giving me enough color payoff like I wanted it to, so I'm switching to like a dense shader brush and picking up that same color and patting it onto my transition area. Now I'm blending the color with the silk cream color. Now I'm going to the Zulu palette by Juvias, and I'm taking that orange color with this type of brush. I don't know what you would call this type of brush, but I love this brush. It's good for my under eye area as well. So I'm just taking that orange color and I'm just basically following the same path as the previous two colors, but making sure to bring it down just a little bit so you can still see the previous colors, but make sure you blend them together, such as I'm doing now. So now I'm taking that black color from the palette called Abyss, and I'm taking it on that short shader brush from Wet n Wild, and I like it because it's very precise and I can define my cut crease lines more. So that's what I'm doing here with that black color, just adding more depth to it and correcting the shape if I'm not too happy about it. So now I'm taking this MAC brush. I don't know the number. I'll try to list it down below if I remember. But I'm taking this MAC brush and I'm blending that into the transition areas. Not much, just want to blend it just a little bit. You don't want to lose the previous work we've done. So now I felt that I lost a little bit of that orange, so I'm going back into the Juvias Place palette, and I'm just applying a little bit more of that orange to that area. Taking on a little bit more of that creamsicle color from the JH palette. And I'm just using that to blend all those colors together. Excuse me. So I'm happy with that. And now it's the next step. And that is to cut the crease. So I'm taking that same NYX base and I'm taking my detailer brush from Real Techniques. I always use this brush to cut my crease because it's small and precise, but it's pointed at the top. So I'm using that to cut my crease. Here you want to be a little bit more precise, but if you mess up, there's still ways that you can clean it up. So I'm just making sure it's pretty much even with the other eye. So it looks like I'm pretty much happy with the way it looks. Add just a little bit more right there because I don't want a drastic little swish right there. I want it to be more like fluid, like it's kind of hard to explain, but so I'm putting the rest of that base on my lid so it can be more pronounced base for that yellow right there because I really want it to pop. And I'm just bringing that to the outside. Now I will say with me having like hooded and like creasy type of lids, this base is not the best for like when you do cut creases, because eventually it will crease even with the eyeshadow on there, as some of you probably have figured out or will figure out or what have you, but it's the only white base I have, so work with what you got. We broke over here. So now I'm just adding that yellow from the Zulu palette, and since it is a cream like texture of a base, like it's not, I don't know how to describe it, it's not matte, so it never dries down matte like a concealer. So since it still have like that sticky type texture, it's best to pat the colors on there first for your first layer. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just patting. Making sure you get the tail end of it and get as close to that black line that you created as possible per usual. So as you can see, I'm just patting more color to intensify it. I want it as opaque as possible. So now I'm just taking a Q-tip, and I got just a little bit of coconut oil to sharpen up that edge and clean it up nicely to prepare it for my wing liner. So down below, let me know what color schemes or color stories you would want me to do next. Here I'm taking a glitter liner from the Color Workshop. It's like a goldy silver type color. And I'm just adding that to the top part of the cut crease, not all the way. I just want it like in the center. I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm going to do my wing offline and my foundation, so I'll be right back. And didn't do foundation. I'm about to do foundation. So as you can see, I've already done my wing liner. This is sped up just a bit. I didn't want to be too long since I never really add my foundation routine into my tutorials, because I have a separate video for that, and that will be down below. So I took the Makeup Forever Step 1 first and put that all over it. Now I'm taking Milani's Prime and Shield and putting that in where I have the most texture, where my pores are larger, which is like right up under my eye type area and my nose. So I'm just smoothing that in. Next, I'm taking this concealer from Sephora, and it's the orange one because I like to color correct when I'm doing foundation, because I have acne spots and PCOS type issues where I have just like a shaded area on my chin or whatever. And of course, I'm putting that up under my eyes because I have dark circles, which are hereditary, by the way. And putting that a little bit on my lip area. And I'm taking that sponge to dab it, but not completely dab it. So I'm just going over it real quickly so you can still see it. And next, I'm taking my Covergirl, Covergirl foundation. Is from the Queen collection in the color Brulee. And at first I was using my sponge because I normally use a sponge, but here lately I've been going with my brush. So I was dabbing that into my skin, because here lately I've been liking the way a brush finish looks, which I realized here. So I'm just putting a little bit more onto that brush, and I'm dabbing that into my skin as well. You like to do pouncing motions, even if it's with a brush or a sponge. Do pouncing motions so you don't leave any streak marks or sponge marks or what have you, and you get more of a flawless finish. And oopsie, my thing came off, and please don't mind my hair. It would be done. It was wrapped up. So yeah, so I'm just dabbing that in. I'm making sure I get all over my acne marks, make sure they're covered. And I'm bringing that down to my chin and my nose, lip area. As you can see, I don't really go up under my eyes because I have issues there, so I don't like a lot of product there, so I leave that to my highlighting concealer. And this was tough to get out because I cut my finger earlier, so, and the finger hurts. So I'm just using this Lagirl concealer in the color Warm Honey. As usual, all the products that I use will be listed down below, and I put them in the usual areas: under my eyes, forehead, down the nose, chin, cupid's bow. And I'm taking that black sponge and I'm blending it out as usual, taking it all the way to the end of my wing liner. Just blending out. And here you see I'm using the flat part of the sponge now to go over those areas and blend them together with my foundation. That is the key, you guys, is to make sure it blends into your foundation. Here I'm taking my Airspun powder and another sponge. This is like an angle sponge. Forgot who makes it, but I love this sponge to set up under my eyes and what have you. And I'm setting it in the usual places. And I love this powder. Some people don't like it. I love it personally. It does very well for me. So going to let that bake and finish my eyes. So now I have my lashes on and my hair is did, and I changed into what I was wearing. This is the inspiration for the eye look, and I have on my earrings and I'm looking good. So I was showing you the lashes is Robyn from Dollar Lash Club, and now I'm taking those two colors from the LA Color Contour Palette in the medium deep shades and setting my highlighter areas. Now I'm going and taking my MAC Skin Finish powder in the shade dark and setting all over my face. I even put that on my highlighter areas just so that it blends with the rest of my face. Like it blends together. It's cohesive. Now I'm taking another MAC in dark deepest, and this is darker. It's more have a reddy undertone, and I like to use that for my bronzer. I use my bronzer as a contour because I don't look right with a regular contour. I look better with a bronzy / contour. So I did that on my cheeks, my forehead, and my jawline. You know, gotta trim off some pounds off this fat face. So now I'm taking this Ofra brush. Oops, I dropped it. And it's in the color Chameleon. And I'm using my other blush brush. I got this years and years ago from like Claire's or something. And just using that to put some color back into my face so it don't look so dead. And I'm taking this skin blush, which is a highlighter, from Kaleido in the color Prom Queen, and I'm applying that to the tops of my cheeks right now, and my cupid's bow and my chin and the little high points, well, temples. I'm just applying that, and I forgot to do my nose. So now I'm just going back into that bronzy color, dark deepest, and taking this little concealer type brush and contouring my nose. I'm gonna make sure I connect to the front of my eyebrows. Now I'm taking the highlighter and highlighting my nose. And I also took a little bit of that to add to my tear duct area. And now time for lips. So I'm taking this color Spice from Jante Blue. I think I got this in an Ipsy bag. So I'm taking that to line my lips. And then I'm taking this from NYX, and it's the NYX Lingerie. So I'm applying that color to my lips, and the color will be listed down below. Don't remember offhand. So now I'm just blending those two together. Next, I'm spraying my face with my Mario Badescu spray. It's the green one. So letting that dry. This is the final look. I hope you guys liked it, and I will definitely see you in the next. Bye.